Tall ISO builds are back. I mean, seriously, look at how I'm moving. The speed boosts are crazy. You could spam escapes and behind the backs freely. The misdirections are back and looking good. The build diversity on this game is gonna be insane. I played NBA 2K26 early at Community Day and I made every build you could imagine. Today, I'm showing you guys the tall ISO build that I made, and you guys can tell this build is looking pretty crazy. And also, I think I'm moving like this without any badges because this is from Community Day. I was moving even crazier with my small guard builds though. Subscribe right now if you want me to drop the small guards video because I made like 4 builds and they were all moving insanely fast. I'm daily streaming showcasing all the builds I made in the entire rep grind for 2K26. Twitch.tv/Sholo. I'm probably live right now. Link in the description. Come through. What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video, and today we can finally show you guys all the builds that we made at Community Day. I cannot lie to you guys, I was locked in on the builder. You know, a lot of people were playing Play Now for a while, focused on the gameplay. I, however, was making builds for probably 8 out of the 10 hours that we were able to play, and I wanted to start off first build video of the year with a tall ISO build because we've seen from the dribbling, from the gameplay, I mean, you probably just saw it in the intro, these tall builds are back. They are moving faster than ever. 6'6s, even like 6'11s, like the taller builds for real, I saw were moving pretty crazy. And for my first build that we will be showing, it is going to be a 6'6". So just looking at some of the build heights, you know, messing around with the positions here, I end up going with a point guard, but you know, I know some people are going to want to make tall builds like a 6'11". You probably got to go power forward for that. But point guard, 6'6" on the height. For the weight, we're going to go 195. That gives us the 86 speed of ball, which is needed for gold lightning launch, which we're going to max +2 that up to legend. So we're going to be having the fastest burst on the game. I mean, of course, if we have a 99 speed of ball, it would be quicker, but that's not possible on a 6'6". And then our wingspan is going to be 6'6", and that perfectly aligns and lets us get a 94 3-pointer, which we only need a 93 to get gold limitless range, which will max +2 that to get legend. This build is going to be crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the attribute screen. This is very, very important, especially with all the cap breakers, the badge perks, the max +2s, all that. So we're starting off with our 3-point shot. Like I said on the other screen, we are going to be getting that gold limitless range. So you guys see 93 on the 3-point shot, which gives us gold limitless range. Hold on, it's on a 92, but there it is. Gold limitless range, gold shifty shooter, gold set shot specialist, and gold dead eye. Again, you guys are gonna get 3 max +2 badge perks. So you can boost any combination of these badges up +2. I'm probably gonna be doing limitless range. I mean, maybe I'll mess around. Maybe I'll go set shot instead. Maybe shifty shooter. We'll have to see. But I mean, there's a lot of, you know, options. There's a lot of options with these builds. Same with the cap breakers. I'll tell you guys, you know, where I'm thinking about putting the cap breakers later, but this is also kind of more so a day 1 build. So I'm not building it for 15 cap breakers because who knows if we'll even get there. And if I do get there, well, I will get there if you know, that's in the game again, but I'll make a new build by then. I know, you know, some of you guys don't like that, but this is a day 1 build. So I'm making it for, you know, up to 7 cap breakers, 8 cap breakers, something like that. So we're gonna go 85 on the ball handle, which gives us silver handles for days, bronze ankle assassin, and silver unpluckable. This also gives us all the dribble moves for these tall builds. Then we're going to be going 86 on the speed of ball. That's why we put our weight on 195 so that we can get that. And that gives us gold lightning launch, which I'm going to be using a max +2 to put that up to legend. So far we have 1 shooting badge. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe limitless range. If set shots OP, maybe it'll be that. Maybe it'll be shifty shooter. We'll have to see, but we have options. And then for sure, we're going to be max +2ing lightning launch. And here's some quick dribbling gameplay with this 86 speed of ball, with this 85 ball handle, and you guys can see I'm moving pretty good. And this was really my first time dribbling with one of these builds, and I was figuring it out. So once we really figure out all the best animations and all that, and I don't even think this is with badges, so I probably got no lightning launch in these clips, so it's only going to get better. I think this build really is going to be crazy. As right here, I'm going to hit a back fade. Now we're back to the attributes, and let's talk about the finishing. Now the dunk meter, it's looking a little bit better. It's not looking too OP though, but on a 6'6", on an ISO build, we got to be able to dunk, because if we get by our defender, we want to be able to dunk, or even if he's in the paint, you want to be able to posterize him. We're going to go 89, driving it with a 78 vertical, and that is going to give us both 1 foot, which is really the better ones, and 2 foot contact dunks. You guys can see right there, 89 driving dunk, 78 vertical to get the pro contact dunks off of 1. And then I'll show you in a second, we're also going to get the 2 foot contact dunks, but I don't know how I'm feeling about the contact dunks. You know, I don't know if this is the build I'm gonna be making on day one. I'm really leaning towards making a 6'6". Again, subscribe, turn on noties. I'm gonna drop the small builds, the small guard builds, like a 6'4", 6'2", stuff like that, probably tomorrow. And you guys could see, you know, those builds are moving honestly faster than these builds, which makes sense. But shit, bro, these tall guards are moving crazy. Like, I really might have to make one for day one, even though I normally go small guard. You guys can see this is something interesting. 40 standing dunk. That's what we're gonna get, you know, the standing dunk packages. But you have to be 6'5" or taller. So that's something to note. You have to be 6'5" or taller to get standing dunk packages at all. So you make a 6'4", there's no point of really getting standing dunk. Now we're gonna go 71 pass accuracy, which gives us silver dimer, bronze break starter, bronze versatile visionary. I wanted to get this higher, but it's just so hard to get everything on a build. I did notice though, pass accuracy is a little bit cheaper in this builder compared to the 2K25 builder, which is a good thing because pass accuracy was so expensive and just a lot of guards just didn't end up getting it. But we're gonna get silver dimer, which, you know, if you want, you could max +2 that. I'm probably gonna end up max +1ing that up to gold for, you know, my poppers, my lockdowns, whoever I play with. You know, I'm probably gonna be using this build more so on the 2s. You know, if I play 3s or rec, probably want to go with a little more pass accuracy. But you guys are going to see here, we're going to go 85 perimeter, which gives us silver challenger, silver elbow menace, silver pick dodger, and we also upped our agility to a 77. So we have all silver badges. You know, you could have the option to max +1 some of these. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. You know, there's a lot of badges you could boost, so there's a lot of options here. One badge I think I'm going to be boosting is going to be interceptor. So we're going to go 79 steel. I think a really good sweet spot, like a money spot, is an 85 steel because you get gold interceptor. If you want to max +2 that is for legend interceptor, obviously. But on this build, we might be max +1ing it. I think there's just a few other badges that are more important to max +2, like limitless range, like potentially posterizer, lightning launch, going to be more important. But you know, we'll probably max +1 interceptor. We're gonna get a 70 interior defense and a 68 block. I think you're gonna need interior defense, or else people are just gonna be scoring on you. I think it's gonna matter more in 2K26, that interior defense rating, or else even if you're there, I think people are just gonna be going up on you. And this is a 6'6" icy build. I want to be good at everything on the 2s. No matter who pulls up, I'll be able to guard you. I think the defense is honestly looking good. And then we were also able to get rebounding on this build with a 64 O board and a 50 D board. When I first was making this build, I wasn't able to get rebounding. I'm glad that I tweaked it. I think I originally had a higher steal. Maybe there was a few others. I think steel was definitely higher on the build when I first made it, but I tweaked it and got a few things. I got the 89 driver dunk. Originally I only had an 87. You guys can see the badges here and the badge tiers if you guys want to pause the video or whatever, but I ended up tweaking it. Originally I had an 87 driver dunk and an 85 steal. We ended up tweaking it around, got rebound and got a few other things, and I really like how this build ended up turning out, especially when you factor in all the badge perks. And we're gonna get to the takeovers in a second, but the badge perks are looking crazy. For the cap breakers, you really have some options. You know, you could up that 3-pointer one, maybe put some on midi. I'll probably be doing a shooting build specialization, although maybe I'll do playmaking. Honestly, we might do playmaking because I'm gonna want lightning legend or lightning launch on legend, and then I also probably want handles for days on gold, so I might max +1 that. You got some options on this build as far as the cap breakers go. But again, with these first few builds, I don't want to map them out for 10-15 cap breakers. You know, I just think that's a little bit dumb to do. You know, we'll make new builds when we get there, especially someone like me. But yeah, these are the takeovers, and some of the important ones. Bucket, where you get the blur takeover. I think the other one with deep bomber was looking good. Chef right here, deep bomber, +5 to the 3-point, +6 to the midi, +6 to the ball handle. If I want to go deep bomber, I don't know, but with this build I might want to go blur, because with the ISO build, you know, getting by my defender, blur is gonna go crazy. It really makes it so you can't get bumped and can just glide past people. Like bump, like you kind of just y'all probably know what blur is, but you kind of just rub off them and just go right by them. So this one, blur, +6 to the ball handle, +6 speed of ball, +5 to 3-point. I think that one could be pretty good, but I think this next one, rim runner, might be crazy. Mixing that in with my 3-point shot and my good shooting. If I have a boost to ball handle, driver dunk, and layup, and I have the blur takeover ability, that might be crazy. Again, we should have custom takeovers. That might be a rep reward. We don't really know yet, but there are custom takeovers where you could build your own. These are just some of the good ones that I liked that are in the builder, I guess, for the base build. Another one here, triple threat with deep bomber takeover ability. You know, you guys can rewind if you guys want to look at some of these in more in depth. Okay, so this is the final build right here. We have it all. We have finishing, shooting, dribbling, defense, rebounding. We could do it all. We could guard pretty much 1 through 5, maybe not 5, but we could guard a lot of positions. And it's going to say that we have built a two-way three-point slasher with shades of Steve Francis, Jalen Suggs, and Baron Davis. It's going to say in the top right, our go-to badges are Aerial Wizard Hall of Fame, Limitless Range on Gold, which will go to Legend, and then Gold Deadeye. Our top attributes are an A three-pointer, an A- driver dunk, and a B+ speed of ball. You guys can see our strengths and weaknesses. Consistent shooter from deep, relentless downhill dunker, faster than most opponents, explosive with the ball in hand, and then for weaknesses, poor passer for a PG, limits team offense, and lacks lateral quickness. For the build name, I mean, it's okay. I feel like it could have been better. There's a lot of crazy build names in the game, but I was seeing a lot of people get some lame build names, like an ISO sniper or just kind of some repetitive ones. There's over 4,000 build names, but I saw a lot of the same ones. Now, for the jump shot, I'm gonna plug y'all for tall builds. This one was looking chicken. Matt Ryan might be the best base. It has an A+ release speed. Then Kyle Korver has an A+ release speed for the releases. And then for the second release, we go Sadiq Bey, and I end up going fully release, which I usually go halfway push to release. So maybe that's better. Full release speed. I think it was 65% Kyle Korver. Now, something I want to tell you guys about, and right here I'm putting on my animations, but something I want to tell you guys is that a lot of the jump shots, releases, bases were not in there. So they might be locked behind rep rewards. We don't really know, but they weren't in the game. So there was no Oscar Robertson for the releases. Everyone puts Oscar in their releases. There was not Oscar. There was no Patty Mills, which that's kind of expected. You know, that's been a rep reward for, I guess, the last 2K. No Jarrett Culver was crazy. That was the jumper I used all last year, and I think the year before on my lockdown and stuff like that. No Tracy McGrady. There was also no KPJ, and Cam Thomas got worse. The release speed's like a C+ now or something. Now, right here, I'm putting on drill moves. So if you guys do want to copy down some of these drill moves, because y'all saw I was moving, and we're gonna get into some more gameplay, but you guys could see Zach LaVine dribble styles looking crazy. T-Mac Sig size up is looking good. We got the D-Book breakdown combos. Right here, I'm putting on the Pippen behind the back. That was looking crazy. Also, Kobe White behind the back. Another good one for these tall guards. I'll be using both of these in the gameplay you're about to see. Combo moves, I didn't really touch that. I don't really mess with combo moves too much. Hesitation, we're gonna go Zach LaVine. Crossover, Lonzo Ball had a pretty good one. Escape moves, Jimmy Butler. I don't think I said that yet. And then the step back, Vince Carter has a really good step back. And I don't really think much people are talking about it, but Vince Carter has a good one. And then for triple threat, we want to go Kobe. Here we go, man. We got the gameplay, and this is what I really wanted to show you guys, because look at how I'm moving. Oh my god, look at this. Ready? Off the snatchback, look at the speed boost that I'm getting. Hold on, look at the speed boost. I'm gonna spam it right here. Look at the speed boost, back and forth. You know, I'm not saying, hey, it's gonna be the most effective, I'm gonna kill you with this, but look at the speed boost. Like, I'm just testing stuff out, you know, seeing the possibilities. And again, this might be with no lightning launch, because I don't know if we have badges in this mode, but look at how I'm moving. You could spam behind the backs back and forth. You could spam the escapes back and forth without having to LT cancel, without having to, you know, left stick cancel or do anything crazy. The dribbling is going to be crazy. The dribbling's going to be fun. You saw that little run back right there. So maybe we'll find a way to get spin backs. Look at the back fade. Oh my God. But yeah, man, like in the playing out gameplay and the stuff from yesterday, I didn't really focus on that too much. I didn't do a lot of my dribbling in there. I did majority of my dribbling in here. And I'll also show you guys some of my small guard gameplay, because that's even crazier. If you think this is crazy, that's even crazier. Now, you might even think that the game speed looks sped up because of how fast I'm dribbling. You'll probably think that when I show you the small guard stuff, but with the tall guard, look at this. We got the misdirections back. Like, the dribbling is looking so crazy. I don't want to overhype it, but compared to the 2Ks that we've had, the last few 2Ks, you got to kind of overhype it. Look, it's looking way better. You know, we haven't had dribbling this fast since maybe 2K22 next gen. You know, even 2K19, I was looking at some clips. I think this is even faster than 19. 19, you could really combo up and get glitchy with it. But as far as game speed, 2K, you know, you had 2K21 current gen with the speed glitch. We were moving crazy. 2K22 next gen was pretty fast, but man, they upped the game speed and it's looking crazy. Look at this behind the back. Look at the speed. Look at the run outs though. Like we haven't been able to run out of moves in a while, and we could do it on 2K26. So you got to give Mike Wang his props. This is looking pretty crazy right here. We hit the D-Book into the, oh, not the, I thought it was a behind the back, but you could do like a little nutmeg between your own legs. I forget exactly how to do that. I think it was something with like diagonal down, but then you like cancel out of it right away and do like a behind the back or something. I forget exactly, but you see the snatch back into the, oh my God, the meter dunk. But yeah, I want to show, look at the misdirection too. I forgot, I didn't even see how I did that, but misdirection to start it off. But I want to show you guys as much gameplay as I can, because this is really what I was doing. Like, I would make a build and I would dribble around for like 10-15 minutes. It was just so fun. Like, if you're a dribbler and you played, you know, 2K19 or 2K21 current gen, 2K22 next gen, some of these games that was really fun to dribble on. Of course, you got like 17 in the games back in the day, but you know, you used to dribble and you used to just smile. You know, it was just fun, just comboing up, just messing people up. They can't guard you. And I was just having fun doing that. Like, it's back. It is back. And I think the possibilities, the potential with this game is going to be very high. Like, again, this is community day, right? This is maybe no badge gameplay. I don't really know. They didn't really tell us. This is my first time trying out different animations. Once we figure out the best SIGs, once we figure out the glitchy moves, the crazy combos, man, it is going to be crazy. But look at me moving behind the back into the D book. The D book aggressive is of course back. The Pippin behind the back, by the way, when you're running is crazy. I don't think I really do it. I think in some of these clips, I think I switched to Kobe White behind the back. You see me spamming back and forth. It's going to be the Jimmy Butler escape moves. By the way, for small guards, which I'm about to show you in a few seconds here, small guards, Kemba Walker escape. I've been talking about it. I think that's going to be the best one. Kemba Walker escape. Curry also has a good one. But look at me. Just look at the burst out. Oh my God, the behind the back. I'm loving this movement. I'm loving this movement. But I think I'm about to show you all some of my small guard gameplay, which I'm going to post a full video on this tomorrow, I think. All right, so here we go. This is a 6'4" build that I made, and look at how I'm moving. It's so crazy. And the Curry slide is going to be back. It's so fast. You could spam it back and forth. Look at me. Escape into, I think here I had on a De'Aaron Fox snatchback, which you guys could, maybe you could tell it's not a crazy snatchback, but that's kind of that little like step back I keep taking. Like, I'm mixing it into my combos. I'll tell you when right there I did it. It's not a crazy snatchback, but it does give you some good speed boost. I don't think it's going to be like the best, you know, step back, snatchback in the game. There's probably gonna be better ones, but I was low-key moving with it. Right here, that's the Kemba escape, spamming that back and forth. It's kind of a higher one than the Steph Curry one that's more low to the ground, but both of them are very good options. And I wanted to post this because I was really moving on these builds, but I guess that's gonna be tomorrow. So like I said, subscribe, turn on notice, you don't miss that, because these, I made a bunch of them too. Today we had one ISO build. Tomorrow, I don't even know if I want to break it up into different videos, but I have 4 small guard builds, good ones, like one for the 2s, one for the 3s. I think I actually have 2 for the 2s, a pro-am guard. I got different heights, I got everything. So sub up, you guys are not gonna want to miss it. I'm also probably live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/show_. I'll put a link in the description so y'all make sure to come through, because I'm probably looking at all the other builds. I mean, like my lockdowns, my centers and stuff. 2K26 is gonna be a good year. These small guards, the dribbling is looking crazy. I mean, look at what I'm doing. Oh my God, the small guard dribbling is just way faster as expected than the tall guards. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Sub up if you guys haven't, and click the video pop out of your screen right now.